Even gas leaves a legacy.
I like action movies, but have you ever wondered what happens to the smoke after the crash, the fireball, the hero's gritty one-liner, and then cut to the next scene? But in the real world, that smoke doesn't fade with the credits. It lingers, in lungs, in skies, in the futures of kids who never watched the film. Here's a weirder one. What if you're breathing the same air Julius Caesar exhaled? On the Ides of March, he drew one final breath. Shock, rage, blood in the throat. That oxygen didn't vanish. It mingled with clouds, rain, algae, and now, maybe your lungs. You carry history whether you know it or not. Legacy is in the air, literally. And it's what we pass on when we're dust. More to the point, every barbecue, every fart, every burp, every burned burger, where does it all go? Here's a clue. You're probably breathing some of it right now. Let's talk about what happens when you fart, and what happens when we burn, consume, and pretend it's not our problem. Are there too many people? Or is it just too much consumption, inefficiency, and stupidity? Let's find out. Take a breath. That oxygen in your lungs? Part of it was made by bacteria over 2.4 billion years ago. Before forests, before fish, before anything had lungs. According to Dr. Timothy Lyons, professor of biogeochemistry at the University of California, Riverside, this was the Great Oxidation Event, when tiny cyanobacteria, performing photosynthesis, began flooding the oceans with oxygen. Eventually it leaked into the skies, and stayed. You're alive today because bacteria had a work ethic. That oxygen didn't go anywhere, and neither does what we exhale. The atmosphere is a circulatory system, not a trash bin. Pollution doesn't vanish, it relocates, it lingers, it transforms. If pollution were a bad house guest, it wouldn't just crash on your couch, it'd move in, never pay rent, and eat your grandchildren's food. Carbon dioxide, CO2, up to 100,000 years in the Earth system. Methane, CH4, approximately 12 years in the atmosphere, but over 80x more powerful than CO2 over 20 years. Forever chemicals, PFAS, can persist in ecosystems for centuries. Pollution cycles, from sky to sea, from fish to fetus, from factory to farm. What we discard in comfort, others bear in silence. We cut down over 10 million hectares of forest every year. That's our carbon sink, gone. Our oxygen generator burned. Meanwhile, livestock, especially cattle, produce 14.5% of global greenhouse gases. You don't have to be vegan, but maybe don't treat every meal like it's a Texas rodeo. And the kingpin? Fossil fuels. We burn over 35 billion tons of carbon dioxide a year. That's the villain with a name tag. You're not powerless. Start small, buy local and seasonal food, cut transport emissions. Eat like the earth matters. Less beef, more roots, more local, less landfill. Refuse what you don't need, repair what breaks, compost what lives, reuse what endures. Nobody wants to clean out your attic, basement, or garage of junk once you're gone. Trust me, I've started clearing mine while I still know what half of it is. Travel smart, walk more, carpool, vote like the air depends on it. Because it does. Yes, 70% of global emissions come from just 100 companies. But our choices ripple, and ripples make waves. Individual action isn't a joke. It's the first wave in a tide that can turn history. We breathe a legacy. From ancient bacteria to burning forests to tomorrow's air. Every molecule tells a story. If microbes could change the skies, so can we. But only if we care more than they did. The Renaissance spirit means confronting truth, even when it stings. It's important for us to realize the impact we have on the earth, and all life here. Especially when considering the poorest bear the brunt of emissions they didn't create. Like the child in Ukraine or Gaza who will never get to see that action movie, even though they lived one. It means science, reason, compassion. It means asking, what legacy will we leave in the air we breathe? Will our children fear the smoke, or remember that we cleared it? The Renaissance spirit is a reminder that history is not past, it's a dialogue with the future. We are not owners of this world, we are ancestors in training. What we leave behind becomes someone else's beginning. Let's leave behind art, wisdom, and clean air. Live the Renaissance spirit. History hasn't died, only our understanding of it. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Take the quiz. Let's make history breathe again.